Welcome to another episode of NoWrongConvos. We have Bond.
Hey.
And we have Ogieva.
Hey.
My name is Femi, and we have Shodi in the building as well.
Wagwan.
All right. So we have a topic that we want to discuss. Just talk about it briefly. And it comes as a question. Is there really a drug pandemic in Nigeria? Ogieva, what do you think?
Well, I won't use the word pandemic though, but because there's been drugs since, for like forever. Do you get? So I think now people are just more exposed to it. Do you understand?
It has been refined over and over again.
Yeah.
Or social media.
Social media has exposed a lot of people. I mean, the random artist has weed. You understand? In his or her hands or whatever the case is. Don't quote me, but you get what I'm saying. It's the social media aspect. You know how it is now. Right now, you have direct. Do you understand? Visuals or communication, whatever it is, you have direct contact with whoever you're following.
Yeah.
So I guess it's more exposed. But I won't use the word pandemic. If you want to ask that question, I think then there's always been a pandemic. Do you get? From our point of view.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then it was different in the olden days. I think they didn't have a lot of variety.
He has a point.
The way we have
I
it
disagree
now.
with him, but he has a point.
Yeah.
He has a point because see, we always heard when I was young. Now you always hear about the shrine and the kind of thing that happened. There. It was not just weed and things that was smoked. There were other things and and all that. So there was the party scene that was all over Lagos. Now, I mean, we were too young at the time to experience that party scene. But the truth is, people will still do what they need to do. Yeah. Like you said, now there's social media. So imagine your social media then. Who knows, man? We'd have been seeing everybody in the shrine lighting up and it'll be like a normal thing.
Yeah, trust me.
But
excuse me.
That being said, though, there's an increased acceptance to
drugs.
I agree with you that yes, there's
it's
other
the influence now. But because no, it's not just that. It's the influence, the social media influence. The guys, everybody's aspiring to everybody to smoke with it. Yeah, not. Do you understand? So that's what everybody's trying to look.
See, guy, I don't think how many years ago, right? Like there are joints now, clubs, right? Like you just be chilling. The guy before did that light, I don't. As much as people smoked or did whatever or took drugs or whatever at the time, I don't think it was that open. You went to go and do it in some corner or some shit.
That's what I'm saying now. That's where the social media part comes in. It's the influence. Do you understand?
Okay.
Most of the people on the screens are not hiding it anymore. You understand? It's just there. You're getting used to it. You see it every other day. You're used to it. So, the random guy that goes...
You get decency.
Yeah, so... I know.
Hey,
girl. That was rapid.
So, in other words,
if
for example, Shodi is my celebrity guy that I look up to, and how can you be my celebrity?
Now, family crush on
celebrity guy that I look up to. Hey, enough of the humor. Enough. Let's be serious. We're talking about this. Is serious.
I'm gonna sit down beside him today.
Okay, so.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is a serious conversation. Okay, so for example, if Shodi is a celebrity, of course, and is my celebrity guy, is somebody I look up to, I'm a fan, right? And I say, okay, Shodi wears white and black, and tomorrow I'm like, okay, I want to wear white and black because Shodi is wearing it. Next thing, Shodi is smoking. Let's say, for example, weed, right? For example,
Shodi doesn't smoke weed, though.
But for example, guy,
No, continue. I just had to throw it in there.
I should come with black shades today.
Make I come on time, see my eyes, though. They are very white.
Let's just for example, now it has maybe 5 million followers. Now I'm very sure that there's a particular percentage of his following, 10% minimum. That will begin to do this because Shodi has started it.
Yes.
Or because Shodi does it.
Of course.
Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the power of influence.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's one. Now, with that said, I need to ask a question. Is weed, Igbo, marijuana, is it a drug?
Of course it is a drug. It's a natural drug.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
So in Nigeria, it's not...
It's a drug everywhere.
It's illegal.
Now. It's illegal in
according to
Nigeria.
the constitution, right?
It's illegal.
But it is readily available. And for me, I think it is, I will call it a pandemic because we're looking at it as just weed. It's not just weed. There's so many other drugs out there. Obviously, right from time, shout out to Pablo Escobar. There's always been cocaine.
Cocaine.
There's Bana, which is like the local coke mixed with weed that people smoke and it makes them literally go crazy. There's the new one, there's the new craze now that a lot of the Gen Zs are on, and which is laughing gas, right? And balloons and all of that.
Dude, global.
Yes,
for real.
What's inside that thing? Is it laughing gas?
It's laughing gas.
Yeah, I saw some guys.
It's laughing
I want
gas.
joint.
Yeah.
Don't joint. And then like the guy held the. I don't. Is it the gas can or canister?
Yeah.
Whatever. And I was just telling him, I'm like, what the hell is going on
You guys
here?
see the video of the girl who on Valentine's Day she said, "Oh, I'm going out with my Odogun," and then she's like, "Oh, so this is the red balloon, this is the white balloon. He's fucking giving," and I'm like, "What
Mama,
the
don't
actual
do alright.
fuck is going on here?" Do you understand?
I need to see this video. I feel
No, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. Like, yo, it took me out. And this girl was in a lounge or in a club, and I'm thinking to myself that, okay, how many people are going to see this now and will think, oh, this is actually cool? Do you understand? Now, aside from that, the laughing gas one, there's Molly, right?
Yeah, there's
Which
Molly.
why I really do not like Molly is because a lot of guys spike drinks with Molly, like they put in a girl's drink when she's not looking and stuff like that. So me personally, I don't like it because of that reason. You see a lot of people on social media with blue tongues. That's Refnol.
Yeah, man. That one is random now.
That one literally just makes you turn
That
to
one is
another
random.
human being. You become a zombie.
Colorado.
Colorado is weed, but it's synthetic weed.
synthetic weed.
You know a lot about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a social guy.
Research.
You get.
No, but really, it's just research.
Okay.
There's that.
It's just
There's edibles. Edibles that is basically
Cookies. And
cookies,
gummies.
food.
We're talking about edibles. Let me just say small anecdote with edibles. A guy in an office, right, gave out edibles, right, in the office. Cake. Like, so like, oh, you want a cake? You want a cake? And then this, really nice, good Muslim girl, got fried.
Traboski. Oremi.
See, I get
You go
one
experience.
one story on Colorado here, and it's just the idea of I have of Colorado here. So I've been going on joints here. Go meet some guys. So apparently one of them smoked Colorado. So when I got there, was when anything was, working on the guy, and the guy was like, he was talking to his guy. The guy beside him was like, guy, that's anything on the catch me. I bet when I start, maybe they don't pour me water out.
Yo. Oh man.
For hours when we were there, I was wondering what the fuck was this guy being my man. So I asked this guy. And I asked this guy, like, which one with the water? Right? The guy said, see all the videos where they watch? Everybody now chua.
Yo, the fear of the unknown.
Okay.
Yo.
Oh my god.
And the guy talk about like crazy. So I know they even the Colorado.
So, I mean, I get it. Like, do you understand? Like, there's so many
my
names.
God.
There's Colorado. There's Loud. There's Igbo.
Shout out to
There's
Wait, sorry,
Ghanaian Loud.
Wait, sorry, you said shout out to Loud?
Shout out now.
There's Ghanaian Loud.
Taking over the streets. Taking over the streets.
There's Chaff, which is the local weed. There's so many of these things.
There's
And
ice. I found out about that recently. There's ice, and then it's supposedly actually cheaper than than banana than crack, right? And ice is pretty crystal meth,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not.
Shea Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
Which kind highness?
Yeah, you know, so there's so many, and the thing is this:
which one be ice?
like you said, these things are readily available and accessible. Now, I remember growing up when I was a teenager, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to smoke or you wanted to experiment or anything, you would hide.
You go hide well.
And do it. You understand? You would.
Well.
You want to go to Shita. You want to go to what's that place in Mushin, Akala. You want to go to Shrine and everything. You would literally hide and have the fear that if they catch me, I'm finished.
As in, even you're even talking of teenage days, yeah. As in younger, yeah, way younger. I mean, as in whoever they smoke with, now armed robber.
True.
That view, yeah, the programming, the armed robber, no be now.
Let me tell you what my mother. Let me tell you what my mother once told me.
Cigar.
Exactly. Wait.
Not thief.
Let me tell you what my mother once told me. My mom once told me. My mother told me that. See. Let me tell you what they are doing now. See all these abukis around, right? They're cigarettes. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. All these abukis, they lace it, you know, with all these drugs, so that you get addicted. And I now said, but mommy, does that make economic sense that the aboki will be putting on cigar, will now go and find some hard drugs and
same price
because he wants you to be buying more of that?
Collect your program, no worry, just collect your own.
Speaking of abokis, because I served in the north, right? And I realized that their own highness is on a different level. These guys are sniffing gum. They are sniffing suck away.
So you see what I mean here when I say I won't necessarily use the word pandemic, because the likes of the northerners, or like you said in the north, I think that's their trip there. Yeah. You get that whole gum thing, fuel. Do you understand? All those things have been there for long. Yeah. You get. So I think because they've all been there for long.
Did you say sniff shit?
Yeah.
Dry shit. Suck away.
Like they go there and they do.
Yeah.
Like they open sock away.
Did you have to do facts? Did you have to demonstrate?
Wait, fresh shit.
Their shit or compound shit.
Collective shit.
Wait. So wait, person go shit now. Can't give you take, make you smell.
No. Dry. Go sniff am.
So like
these guys actually dry.
Yeah.
They dry the shit.
Yeah.
They take so much time. Like, so what? Then they sell them and be like
they fling shit.
So guys, basically, like I said earlier, it is readily available, and that's why I personally feel it's become a pandemic, right? Why? My question to you guys is this: why do people do so much drugs nowadays?
Okay, I will answer that. I'll answer that briefly, just a simple analogy. No. So it will start by, I know a guy, his name is Uti. Uti, let me finish. Uti is a bad guy, but he's my guy. And Uti maybe smokes weed, right?
Now, Uti doesn't smoke weed.
He does not smoke weed. Maybe Uti smokes weed. Then I'll be like, he's my guy. Then once in a while, Uti says, guy, kiss now. Femi, kiss now. Then I take one drug and I'm like, nice. No, I felt good, right? Now, with that said, I will say that for every highness, when that highness stops, you're looking for the next high. And that goes with changing from normal weed to loud to Colorado, then to cocaine or whatever, or ice. Yeah. And you're always looking for the next high.
Yeah. Just the play.
You are always, and if you don't, funny enough, if you don't have the money to get that thing, then you begin to misbehave and maybe smoke something that will mess you up.
Can I say something? So
you have a point.
For me, right? You have a point in the peer pressure and all that. But then I want to add ignorance. So we all know that various drugs he mentioned, he gave a whole list of them, and all of them have various level of
intoxication,
not even just intoxication, addiction. And sometimes you can, like you say, experiment yourself into trouble, or you can peer pressure yourself into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, now, like the many things you've said now, if you were to take a line of cocaine, right, you can take that and, you know, and you'll be all right. You have a good night, right? But you will not wake up the next 3 days.
Tony fucking Montana.
Yeah, you will not wake up in the next. You will not wake up in the next 3 days and go, oh shit, I need to go and do that. It's not that kind of, you know, addiction. However, you can take 2-3 drags of crack, right, and you will smoke crack for the rest of your life.
Yeah, man. You can literally just fuck.
Right, you can take 1 dab of heroin, right, and your life will change. Just a dab, just a little distinct in heroin.
There are
some drugs that are so addictive.
Hang on. I get you.
Different drug addiction.
I get you. But now I'm going to go back to peer pressure because I'm pretty sure that even before it, if we go before Christ, right, Spartacus era, there was always peer pressure that
those Spartacus now trafficking, just trafficking,
they fight, and all of that, right? But now my issue is this: why is it still that peer pressure that is making, you know, kids or teenagers suck on balloons or, you know, smoke weed at a very early age and keep going? Like, do you understand? Is it peer pressure, or what I feel is that social media has added to this peer pressure? Because you go on your Instagram, right, or on your Snapchat, and, you know, an artist that you love, idolize, you know, every morning he wakes up, there's a J in his hand.
Do you understand?
Right? You look at, your American artist that you idolize, there's a J in his hand.
Music videos.
But my point
in
is
the club,
this is the thing,
bottles with weed.
This is what I want to say.
Understand?
So I've agreed that one, because somehow, you know, those places are, a lot of places are legal and whatnot, so they can do that one in J in their hand.
Yeah.
Right? Now, let's now look at the other drugs in which we're talking about. Now, crack. Now, I haven't seen a lot of videos with anybody smoking crack openly.
No.
Yeah.
Right? However, I know there's a crack epidemic. I'm seeing, you know, kids. You know, I go to places, right?
Crack.
Kids, yes. Young
That's
people
crazy.
that you're wondering why, especially in the entertainment industry, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people just, like, there's one I even realized recently, and I thought, what the fuck? You know, and the truth is, if you don't have the money, right, is when you go downhill.
Yeah, you can't keep up.
Right?
You go
Dude,
down.
even
get-
if you have the money,
some people know how to balance it.
Yeah, fair.
Right? I know a lot of artists. I know I'm not going to call anybody's names, right? But I know a lot of artists that's on crack now. So they balance it with weed and other things to be able to function.
You've been exposed to a lot
Right?
of stuff.
But
Bunch.
man. I'll
So,
write my autobiography coming soon.
That brings us back to the fact that it's either it's peer pressure or you're looking for the next high.
But that's why I said part of it.
But
so part of
pandemic
it
still
is
needs to
ignorance.
come in.
As an
So,
entertainer.
pandemic still needs to come in
I
as
want to
a
say
third.
part of it is ignorance, which is what I was saying. It's because, okay, yes, peer pressure is the
Ignorance.
initial part of it.
Please, I need to understand that ignorance, but I don't.
So it's
really
like
get
this
it.
now, right? Let's put it like this. I come and say, Femi, my mom smoke this thing, right? It's tight, blah, 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 blah. Now, you now, first of all, don't really know what you're smoking, right? Or two, you have not even asked yourself or researched yourself into what you're doing, right? You try, you put your trust, which is the peer pressure part, in this motherfucker that has brought this thing in front of you, but you're not really sure what it is that you're about to do. So now you have done that thing. The
that's peer
motherfucker's
pressure.
gone. That's what I'm saying. But the thing
That's
is,
peer pressure as
the
well.
thing is, if you take that, that's why I said there are drugs with different levels, right? There are people that will take that.
Yeah, but Bon, let me come in there, right? You do realize that at a certain age, and I'm pretty sure all of us went through that stage, as a teenager or teenager in your late teens or your early 20s, you are at that point in life where you want to experiment and try different things.
True.
And what works for you and all of that, right? I'm no saint. I remember like when I was like 2021, I tried codeine one time. I'm like, nope, this is not for me. I tried Rochi one time and I slept for like 2 fucking days. And I was like, nope, I'm never touching this shit again. Do you understand? Because I think I was even younger. I was probably like 19 or something because I was still in university at the time. And it was all still peer pressure because, these guys will say, Omo, We don't try this. I'm all this thing
No,
mad.
peer
Yeah,
pressure.
it's mad.
It has to be
That
peer
one-
pressure
No, peer
because
pressure is
you've not
important.
tried it before.
No, peer pressure is important.
So it's pressure that will always
but
take
what
you
I'm,
there.
what I'm trying to bring out is this, right?
Yeah.
So, like, look at this now. Yeah, you tried that roach and all this thing, right? You tried it once and that was it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, there are some things you can't try once.
Yeah.
So that's where ignorance comes. So maybe the grace of God will stop you from some of these kids from
I ain't
just taking
gonna
the
touch
wrong
cocaine.
thing.
Yeah, man.
I
But
ain't
the
gonna
truth
touch
is,
crack.
There are some people
Hell
that
no.
have
there are
tried
some
whatever
drugs
it
you
is
can't
once.
try.
And that's
No,
the
that you
end.
just can't try. You cannot try
And that's the
heroin
end.
Go
once.
to the law finale. It's
Once
done.
you try heroin, you are hooked. Once you take a full blast of crack and go into the hood,
Yeah.
nigga, you're there.
As in,
But so I wanted to bring up something, right? And Femi, I'm pretty sure you know this because I mean your white bears will tell us that you are an old man, right?
Femi's the oldest guy here.
So-
Femi's the oldest guy here.
I think I'm the
Hang
youngest
on.
guy here.
Hang on,
I'm
hang
the
on.
youngest guy.
We are
here.
not
Hang
calling.
on,
We are not calling
Shodi-
figures.
Shodi
We are not calling
oldest guy
figures.
here.
Yeah.
After Shodi is born, they're
They
not clever
play,
than
they
myself.
play, just they play.
I'll take that line.
So in the 90s, early 2000s, right? It was a lot of alcohol because I mean it was the Biggie, Tupac, Snoop Dogg era, LL Cool J. Everybody wanted to drink cognac, you know, and feel
Hennessy.
cool and all of that. Alizé, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
Right? We got into the 2000s. Then people started to smoke weed, you know, here and there. But I still remember, like in the early 2000s, to be a cool guy on the mainland and you have not been to Shita or to the shrine, you are a dead
You are
guy.
a dead guy.
dead
You
guy.
understand what I
I
mean?
swear.
From that, imported weed started coming into the country.
Yeah.
Canadian Loud.
No,
Then-
before Canadian Loud, it was first skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's skunk thing.
Yeah.
I remember.
But now my point is this,
Depression
and
now.
I'm going. So we're going to
Never
get to
mention
that. I
depression,
agree.
yes.
I agree. A lot of people are depressed in this country.
Ah.
But think about it
easy.
this way: I have spoken to a lot of people who are in their early 20s, 16, 17. I remember when I was 16, 17, I used to throw parties. We would go to 11:45, go to Bacchus, you know,
You
go
what?
to
Sorry,
Shout out to Louis.
go to
You day village all that
Calm
time.
down.
How do you-
Be quiet.
Calm down.
Day
And we
village.
would pay, bye-bye.
Femi day
I will-
village.
I dey do for
Na
that.
bicycle.
That's all I for that math.
No, they want- say I
They
don't
talk
know
about
for that man.
11:45.
Wait,
I don't
now,
I
wait.
just-
Easy tiger,
Hey,
easy
you-
tiger,
You
easy tiger.
You and Enzo that year.
No,
You and Enzo.
Upanku village. Upanku village.
Femi, where your village? Sorry, 1 second.
Guys, it's not your business.
No, we're making not talk. We're making
I
not
need to make
try.
this point. I need to make this point.
Okay,
Then
make
we
Yeah,
would throw parties as juvies, quote unquote. That's what we're called as youngins then, as juvies. They'll give us the club during the day, and the party will probably go till like 9 p.m. Right? And all we used to drink then was Gordon Spark. You understand?
okay.
No, Don Simon was even. They wouldn't even sell
Don Simon,
in the club.
Don Simon,
Don Simon, say house.
Na
Say you do house
budget. Na
party.
budget.
You
Na
understand?
budget.
But trust me, all you could drink at that time was Gordon Spark, smell of ice. Say, oh, na juvie party. You understand? It was unless, okay, maybe senior men like Bond enter club. Say, okay, they won't catch Smallies. You understand? So you see that, going back to our previous episode, this Smallies thing, no, you don't think.
After all,
You
now
understand?
they go.
I don't see that coming at all.
You don't understand?
And then we used to throw parties and we used to make money from it. And we used to just drink alcohol and it was cool. But I can tell you for a fact now that a lot of youngins who are 16, 17, 18, what they do is they would either get somebody's house or go to a guest house or go to a hotel.
Shortlets.
Right.
They use shortlets a lot.
Shortlets
for the most
apartments,
random
right?
party.
And then you get there, there's no alcohol. All you have is a shitload of drugs and orange juice
I swear to God.
See, all those kind of parties.
and
If I
trap
say,
music.
Bro.
Hey, my mama.
And that is the new cool now.
Yeah.
So say something. You go out. So I go out sometimes and I see
You
maybe
go
a
out,
couple
okay.
of Gen Z guys, right? The way you know them now. You know with their hold on. No.
Only gens.
No, a couple of Gen Z guys, and they have like a Maltina or a Coke or a soda of some sort. You just see 5 guys, 5 guys seated round, all of them drinking Coke.
Yeah, trust
Let
me.
me-
I think I know where you're going
to that.
to.
Drink
Do you
that
understand?
Wait, I want to
All
add
of
to
them
that.
drinking Coke.
Wait, Femi.
Then at the end of the day, when they are leaving, when they've left, Just go under that table.
Wait, let me give you
small bottle. Syrup.
Yeah.
So
cough syrup.
Wait, so
see, I don't
That's
monkey.
codeine.
I don't do. Me and my friend there. Sorry, this codeine thing are real. I don't know how these guys they run that map.
Slow.
You understand?
Slow.
I don't go on. I went to meet my friends. We were out drinking. So there was one guy, very random close friend, was drinking yogurt. Do you understand? This strawberry yogurt, was that as I just collected it from him.
hey,
Do you understand?
collector.
I drank it. Do you understand?
Stop begging.
Baba, see, you know when I know say I don't mess up. As I know the everyone just shout, no. What? Guy.
He's gone.
Meanwhile, we don't change location, and I don't look say, well, okay, I'm okay. I also we go one joint. I'm not gonna mention the name. Long story. Blah blah blah. I only feel uneasy, So my guy opposite me, shout out to GK, man. You try, I beg. You understand? When I don't know, say something they wrong. When you need help, I just look my guy like this. The guy just code say, that thing don't catch this
Man down.
Now so he just move, just waka come across, As in the only call, I don't look say thank God. I just stand up immediately, guy. As I stand up, turn around, I just walk into one table. I enter the table. I didn't tell you guys. That my guy just catch me, Just put me for his shoulder.
Don't package you.
I don't tell the guy, CG, why you not stop me?
So
I don't know how those guys do that,
I'll give a story. I'll give a story
will I
like
try.
Ogieva zone. There was the first time I ever knew that I ate something that there was weed inside. So I went to visit a friend in school then. Bad guy. So he made beans. And that's one of the reasons. I'm telling you, till now, I have PTSD for beans. Anybody that knows me knows that I do not eat beans.
So now I know they chop beans.
Oh boy,
So I went to his house. I had beans. I got to like, what about that beans sweet? Oh my God!
I know go sweet.
Baba, and that's why I chop the beans every time I sit down. I don't notice it, man. Say, my throat dry, and my belly empty. But I just chop, And at that point, there was no really change not today in my pocket like that. So I come ask my guy, say, Papa, I see the hungry. Say,
chop more beans.
He said, you don't hungry? So he goes, you don't hungry? Say, drink pure water now. So as he say, hold on, as the guy said, drink pure water now. I boss laugh. Now, apparently, I heard later on that, of course, if you eat or you smoke weed, there are tendencies that you laugh.
Yeah.
That's why I boss laugh. The guy said, drink pure water, and I boss laugh. Next thing, the guy, anything he said at that point, from then on, I laugh. I laugh, tears drop, everything. Baba, I laugh at the hungry. I go meet one woman where they say we're in front of the house. I say, man, but I want chop food. The woman say, what do you want chop? I boss laugh. Somebody ask me, what do you want chop? And I boss laugh. I could not control myself. So the guy can't look me, he can't package me. So what's my guy do? Can't give me another beans. Now when I tell you I have PTSD.
How you go chop that beans, daddy?
How did I know that beans was laced? I didn't know that beans
I want chase you.
So it was later
you when you always can't chop beans on Sunday.
It was later on that another guy come say, guy, what's you do this? What you do for me now? Who say, you chop beans? That your beans? Who say, so that guy now told me later on that the guy know they chop food for this guy and a household. That guy, you understand, they list things. So that was my first and last experience.
Should not be eating outside.
See this thing he said there.
I tell you, it's not good.
Baba.
Stop having long throats.
No joke.
There's one guy in when I was in uni, older guy, Biggie. That's his name. So this guy he just told me from time when I got to school, like, no, they chop beans. That guy.
He use that voice.
I Benin guy, I don't guy. No, we was in there Benin. Like,
chop beans.
The guy like, no, they chop beans for anybody else. So she get one gist. I mean, the guy is a very funny guy. You understand? So this story, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but it just stuck with me. And the guy's like, no, they chop beans. So Gabriel cook beans for hostel for school. Now mama come house. Mama they form familiarity go chop. Meanwhile, mama they travel. Oh, she say make she brand see Gabriel for hostel. Now she go chop beans. So mama sleep till the next morning, Now till the next morning, they say when mama wake up and mama say, come, Gabriel. That your beans, still remain.
Yo.
See, so that's the story I got.
Oh my God.
So, bro, if not me cook the beans,
so
we gave your mama be off.
The moral of the story is
no chop beans.
No chop beans for outside.
So, guys, I promise you that everybody in this fucking country who is of age has one edible story or the other.
Yeah.
And that, for me, is a fucking pandemic.
I
That's
think just drop ham for there.
I mean,
No. See,
okay, so let's go from there. Let's go from there.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go from there to we know that there's a pandemic.
Yeah.
what next? So, I'm just, for me personally, I am worried, right? Because there's just going to keep on, because now, if you think about it, people are literally getting high on helium at the clubs, at weddings. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this story. So I emceed a wedding sometime ago, right? And the bride and groom were sitting down. They have like the high table and everything, right?
Yeah.
And the groom, after he had cut his cake, where you're meant to sit down and then people come take pictures and all of that, Baba just light Igbo, better Canadian loud.
The groom.
Better Canadian
Hey,
loud.
God.
We be say, bro, the entire hall was smelling.
As in some guys go just like
my
to
head,
take
I'm
the
like,
piece.
And this guy literally got up, went to go and meet his mom, hugged his mom. He see all the Igbo for back, go say, mommy, am I worried now? That's it. And I was shocked because in my head, I'm thinking, me, I will go and meet my mother and I'm holding alcohol. I'll collect back and slap.
can do it.
The guy na breadwinner for a family.
If Bonner can do
You
it.
say Bonner can do
So
it.
if Bonner and Bumsy will smoke together, I mean.
Bonner mama want to say she don't say Bonner.
They smoke for her front.
Part
of your work. It's part of his job.
Inspiration.
So when
So
when
it's
is
still part
Bonner
of
boy
what we
can
are saying
smoke?
now. If you say
When
it's part of his work, is it part of
they know
his?
Bonner well.
because
They know Bonner well.
in uni then there was this particular guy, I won't mention his name, but obviously. So this guy would read. He would smoke Igbo and read. This guy was a blaster. That guy
What does that blaster?
He was a blaster, like
As in the past.
So I mean,
the guy
it's not proven.
There's
but
always
like,
one or two
a lot
guys
of,
like that.
A lot of scholars, quote and unquote, will tell you that smoking weed makes them concentrate. Creative guys will tell you, when I smoke weed, it opens my mind up, and then I think of
outside
other
the
things.
box.
They're high, man. They're just high, man.
I mean, there's medical marijuana. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people have glaucoma or whatever it's called.
When you
Glaucoma.
diagnose, what's the diagnosis now?
Some people can't sleep and they say, smoke this and then you'll be fine and all of that. But me, I'm not even worried about weed, right? I feel like because in a lot of countries, weed has been legalized
there,
right? The way Nigeria is going, pata,
You go take.
at least in the next
Once
12
our president don't
12
date
years.
Popo, that's it.
in not less than 12 years, I'm pretty sure weed will,
Yes,
will be
Like
legalized.
when they see the boss guys
Exactly.
because based on say they wear dreadlock, you get dreadlocks for head.
You see,
Then
That
they
one
pick you up.
change.
it will be
That one-
legalized
You
at
understand?
some point,
Fucking
right?
You come here.
But what I'm worried about is these other drugs and how readily accessible it is to the younger people.
So that was wanted to add in
And
the
they're
other.
so
in the-
expensive.
there's something
I
I
don't know how
wanted
these
to
guys
add
can
that,
afford it.
that in the other thing that when we're talking about the other segment is availability. Because in those days, I mean, even if you wanted to try shit, right, it was only certain things that were in front of you, right? Now, right? If you say I want to look for somebody, you get number or not, maybe because that's the cell phones now, maybe because of the internet, maybe because all those kind of things. Look, these kids can find almost anything now, right? So it's only about what they now decide. So that access to these drugs too is another thing because it's so easy.
No, it's readily available.
Correct.
Man. Like
so how
your
is
doorstep?
These drugs?
They deliver.
These drugs, how are they getting into Nigeria? Because if they say sorry, if they say
Just the play.
Ghanaian, I've heard Ghanaian loud. I've heard Canadian loud.
Sorry, let me just say something.
So please explain.
Sometimes
how do they
food
come?
they give man joy, but Canadian loud, the feeling is different.
Yeah, so
Maybe when they sing and they go bust down straight.
I beg.
They no bust down.
I beg. So I would
Quickly.
say, is it really the fault of the citizens if this thing is readily available?
wait, I don't.
No, is
If this thing is just there in your face,
So
we sit out, right?
I'll tell you this, right?
Everybody, sorry, Shodi. Everybody that smokes weed has a guy. Everybody that smokes weed has a guy that comes with a pouch,
dealer.
right? And in that pouch, there's everything in that pouch.
It's called a starter pack.
Yes, now.
You understand? On the go. Yeah. So
Okay, so I don't know who to blame, really.
See,
I don't know who.
no. So I'll tell you something. So I'll tell you something.
You want to blame government?
So I'll tell you something. They say it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel parents of nowadays, or basically adults of nowadays, and that is because
That's true.
parents were the kids who used to hide to do these things back in the day. And now the parents, so they feel like it's all right, do whatever. Do you understand? I said something earlier
Channel
that
thief.
people smoke everywhere.
Yes, sir.
People smoke at events. People smoke at parties. People smoke at clubs. People smoke at lounges.
People are taking lounge.
People smoke
they
in front
sell
of
laughing
hospitals.
laughing gas in the club.
People smoke at beaches.
But
A beach where you see like families and all of that. You see somebody smoking igbo in front of a 10-year-old child.
Everybody.
That's like exposure. So I feel like we need to have a conscious effort. Now you can have designated smoking areas or designated drug areas. Like, okay, this is the red light district. Do whatever the fuck you want to do.
No, but they can't
and keep
because
it
you can't run an establishment in that
what if it was legalized?
context. Then, but it's not in Nigeria, so you can only say smoking area.
But my point is this: back in the day, we all knew red light districts, and I'll tell you, there was Obalende, there was Empire, there was Kurama Beach, there was most of these places don't exist anymore. Anyways, there was what's this place in Ikeja on Allen Avenue? It starts with a P or something. I don't remember.
Say the name.
I never went there, but I knew Pecas. That's it. Yeah, Pecas. You understand? So people knew that you could go get drugs there. You could go smoke weed there. You could go get prostitutes there, and whatever you want to do. That was Sin City. But now,
as you just say, prostitutes sexually don't do.
No, because I remember that. So I was thinking that even now, I know that there's somewhere in Lekki. So I went for an event.
Don't worry, everyone on Admiralty Road.
No, there's off Admiralty. There's a particular road. I don't remember where it is. There's a particular road. Yeah, I was just driving and they were like, park. I was like, no, I'm not looking for a place. But I said, but if no one park, you want Igbo, I get loud. Like, if
Now, babe, they tell you
guys,
okay.
And also there's plenty for that road.
And
To the end.
No, guy, you're even ancient. So like what Wale Ola said you.
I hope it's the same thing you want to say.
You want to give NDLA the
No. That's the boss side. I'm about to tell you the story.
Yeah.
So Wale they were Waterside in Lekki.
Oh yeah, that's
That's the place I'm talking about. Now.
Yeah.
That's the place I'm talking about.
So that street was it was insane. Now the legend goes that Ambody came and he was hanging out. He came to see his friend. That period. That's the legend. I don't know. I know they there with him, but he came out and then as he was slowing down, he saw this guys.
He's just
So he wound down and he literally put the blaze through his window. Like you won't buy, get kiniko.
problem on there.
And the guy just, I think apparently the gist is that he took one and then went to go and drop it in the commissioner of police's thing and say, "Is this what's happening in Lekki?" Man, when they busted,
everybody's going down.
There were hundreds of people.
Course.
It was quite an industry. So there were all lots of people, the guys that were, and the people that sold. And it was actually quite disgusting because you couldn't pass that street, right? Without, you know how people are trying to
that
sell.
Place was busy though.
Yeah, that place
very busy.
Busy.
And all
I know
sorts
what
of
just
drugs
empty pieces of
So in other words, business.
But the good thing about it though is since they cleaned that place up, right? Yeah. Business has boomed there.
Yeah.
Things have, because that place was kind of seedy and, but now, I mean, shit, that's where Big's Garden and all that kind of places is now. So,
Fair enough.
My own is just the random, get one of my guys where you see that guy, they sell weed, back in the day, before Jant. Do you understand? This guy going to come around and say,
They talk loud now.
Talk loud now.
More no.
The guy no day here.
Why they whisper?
And even they go hear the podcast now.
That guy, they sell weed, and they fear him. You understand? And they always fear the guy. You understand? So they stay close that time too.
We never continue.
Once we come in, you jump in there. So once you come in, and the guy say, "OG, are you sure?" Yeah, I've got deaf. I've got there's in deaf way.
Yeah, because
you understand?
You smoke that shit, you gonna be deaf, bro.
Yeah, you understand? Then I need to. There's deaf. The last one he show. The last one he said that. I can remember say like this one's called amnesia. Yeah, you smoking like. I said, why one smoke thing will make me forget?
Maybe that's part of the thing that maybe a lot of people won't forget.
They're like, guy, don't worry, I they go out.
But where do these people find the names though? Because we like say we dealers are just catching crews.
Yeah, you
I mean, maybe they get inspired when they smoke this shit.
I got that kryptonite, yo.
I mean, so we need to round up this episode, right? And me, I'm just gonna end by saying that it's okay, it's your choice, especially once you're 18, when you become an adult, right? If you want to do drugs by all means, but try and do it in the confines of your home or where you cannot influence other people's decisions, especially people who look up to you, right? Because that is what makes it become a pandemic. If smoking weed makes you more creative or makes you focus on your job and all of that, I don't want to fucking see you on Snapchat saying that, oh, this is what makes it pop for you or all of that. Because at the end of the day, you are showing the next generation the wrong thing, right? People don't see when you're, as an artist, people don't see when you're grinding and you're writing lyrics and you're thinking about, oh, how am I going to make this pop and everything? They just think, oh, automatically, if I smoke Igbo, I'll become the next big thing. It
just, on behalf of all of us, don't do drugs.
Right? No, I'm not going to say don't do drugs. I'm not going to say don't do drugs.
No, I say on behalf of all of us,
don't do drugs, but do not carry other people down.
That also, I want to add to what you're saying, because yes, I mean, influencing people is wrong. Then if you're also going to do drugs, please learn about what you're doing. Right? When you have...
Do not be ignorant.
Yes, do not be ignorant. So if you're going to do drugs, know what the pros and cons of this thing are. Don't get yourself into something that you can't get out of. Don't make yourself a nuisance. I know people whose careers have spent years building, right? I've just been thrown away.
Drugs, literally.
Just literally thrown away in less than 18 months.
To death. So in some cases.
Know what... And the truth is, there's information to know that this will do this to you. Yeah. So it's not a case of... Please just find out what it is. Even if it's for you to be called a Jew man, right? Just be
that Jew man with money. And my own 2 cents is...
Oh, wow.
My own 2 cents
is... Be that Jew man with money.
Be that Jew man with money. Yeah. My own 2 cents is quite simple. Follow Christ. Do good. Forget drugs. I really don't care. You follow Christ.
Some people will say that religion is a drug, though.
Exactly.
Say don't they ask you say something they worry you. Say you get something they.
So because I said follow Christ.
No, there's something on your mind. You've not been. Show me follow Christ. Follow Christ. Please follow Christ.
Femi,
Please
do you
follow
want some
Christ.
ice?
It's not that I'm not saying you should not follow Christ. Follow Christ, our Lord and Savior. Please. It's just that I'm surprised that is coming from Femi. That's all. You
man.
understand?
Follow Christ.
Anyway,
Like,
guys.
follow Christ. Follow Christ.
please,
To
follow us
subscribe.
too.
Follow us.
on Instagram.
Subscribe. Subscribe to our Instagram oh man, hey, Papa, I don't need rap for you.
It's the ice. It's the ice. It's the ice. It's the ice. Anyways, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you follow, like, share, and subscribe. All right. No Wrong Convos podcast. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok,
Facebook.
and we are definitely on YouTube and Facebook. All right. And we out. Peace.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Follow Christ.